Well, hello, my name is Anton. I am a teacher of history and social studies at a secondary and a high school in Moscow. I'd like to talk a little bit about our educational system and my pedagogical experience. Sorry for my English. Mm, The Russian school system consists of three parts. Primary school for children aged 7 to 11 years, 4 years of education. Uh, Here, all of lessons are taught by the same teacher. Secondary school or middle school from 11 to 16 years, 5 years of education. Then high school from 16 to 18 years, 2 years of education. The last two stages, secondary school and high school, have such subjects as chemistry, biology, geography, physics, and others. And there are several teachers. Every teacher teach his subject. The number of children per class could be different from 25 to 35 children. When many children enter the first grade, the number of children in each class increases. Every 20 years, we see the decline of the birth rate, which is called the echo of war. During the Second World War, 27 million Russians were killed. 70% of them were civilians, not soldiers. That's 5 times the number of people killed in the Holocaust. The Nazis mostly killed people of childbearing age. We still feel these losses in Russia. Several years we admit 120 children to the first grade, and in other years about 70 children. In Russia, almost every secondary school teacher works as a classroom teacher. A classroom teacher should help students or pupils in their daily lives. A classroom teacher deals with conflicts between students, monitors pupils' grades, watches that they don't skip classes, orders meals, and sets the table for those who want to eat hot breakfast and lunch. The most important thing in classroom teacher work is to make trustful relations between him and his pupils. How can I do that? It seems to me I have to be both strict and a kind father or mother for these children. Uh, Only words will achieve nothing if words are different from deeds. Let me share my experience as a classroom teacher working with my children. My pupils are 11. They just moved from primary school to secondary school. We only met a few months ago. I thought I have to know my pupils in the summer before school starts. The school library asked us to help. I invited everyone to participate. 4 pupils came to help. After work at the library, we went to have tea and play hide and seek. Kids in this age are really like to play. And hiding helps to develop neural connections in their head. Also, I invited kids to clean the windows in the classroom and sweep the floor and so on. Any work should be ended with tea and playing. If it's just a work, it's boring for kids. If it's just a game, it's bad for their moral development. They must understand that rest always follows after work. During August and September, I took my students to the woods several times. It's pretty hard to walk up hills and high grass more than an hour. After that, you make a fire and fry sausages and make tea. During these hikes, we played tug of war, beam pillow, beam pillow fight, blind pedestrian, and egg white. I don't know all the games myself, but I invited tourism specialists and they play team building games with kids. Now, when they are 11, we go to just recreational hikes. But my hiking in the woods with the older students include collection garbage in the woods. This is also an important part of the work. If the kid collect plastic bottles himself in the woods, he'll never throw away the plastic bottle. The same applies to the behavior of children in classroom. At the end of the day, the children clean their own classroom. This is usually turns into a game, of course. By the way, we have a cleaning lady who comes to clean the floor. But I think this is a pedagogical moment. Kids left, kids left the trash, which means they have to clean it up. Another important aspect of education is limiting the use of gadgets. I take the kids' smartphones at the beginning of the school day at half past 8 in the morning, and I give phones to them after the end of the lessons at half past 1 p.m. At recess, the kids have to talk to each other, not sit in a YouTube room. I bought chess and checkers, paper and pencils. Students may play or paint if they want. At recess, sometimes I get to play games with them. I should say here that this is my personal initiative. I asked parents of my students if they wanted me to take their kids' phones. The parents agreed. Not all teachers do the same. Most of the children in school are constantly on the phone and don't develop communication skills. In the end, I'd like to say that being a teacher is great. You can turn any hobby you want into your job. I love writing scripts and making movies, so we do it with my kids. I like to work in the woods, and that's my job. I love going to movies. We do it with my kids. I love reading books. That's what we do together with my kids. I wanted to create my own money museum. I made it with my kids. Children are full of energy. Offer them your ideas and they follow you to the end of the world. Thank you for your attention. Bye.